issue. We no have time for your study, no evil. Don't make them catch you with the bad energy. Smiling on your face, but me I tell like them my enemy. How many times you try to cure them? I fi cut them out, that are the only remedy. Everybody go through things. We no perfect, so we no do the blame game thing. Know this trial's gonna come one day. I fi endure, adapt me and sing. Any function must clean, then step out, peel out, jump in a car, tire screech out, GPS it, I fi put in the route. Dream team touch the scene, everybody scream out. Wait up, turn up the lights from the start. Bring tune, pull it up, celebrate cause we no carry grudge in the arm. We no carry grudge in the arm. Turn up the lights from the start. Bring tune, pull it up, celebrate cause we no carry grudge in the arm. We no carry grudge in the arm.
Energy them not real, them a feel. Up the grass low so we get to see this makers. Party colors, give me the rain. I want them to tell us that the whole of them a feel. Them can't hold me down, cause it's a party night. Good vibes in the air, gonna be feeling right. But about to keep progress, but about to run aside. Get to show themselves forget, but them come out of mind. Them a vampire, I run from the light. Them just remember every day, them spirit no right. Them a combine evil, too much at a time. Whatever in a lever.
Turn up the lights on the start. Bring tune, pull it up, celebrate. We no carry grudge in the arm. Turn up the lights on the start. Bring tune, pull it up, celebrate. We no carry grudge in the arm. We no carry grudge in the arm.
But you know really smiling at me, cause me realize that you the same thing, see them like spiritual and see like you in a this, so you really pressurize. And I be also lean and giddy and be stay alive. No sweat and tears, endure self-sacrifice. Still not give up, I make my best on the price. Cause I give you the feel of them full of hate, them full of jealousy. Big thing we no fake, we no counterfeit. All over them, what they know them full of shit. Perfect Israel never quit. Blood in the fire, so we tell you this. Big thing we no fake, we no counterfeit. All over them, what they know them full of shit. Perfect Israel never quit. Blood in the fire, so we tell you this.
So you look, turn up the lights on the start. Bring tune, pull it up, celebrate. We no carry grudge in the arm. We no carry grudge in the arm. Turn up the lights on the start. Bring tune, pull it up, celebrate cause we no carry grudge in the arm. We no carry grudge in the arm. Turn up the lights on the start. Bring tune, pull it up, celebrate cause we no carry grudge in the arm. We no carry grudge in the arm. Turn up the lights on the start. Bring tune, pull it up, celebrate cause we no carry grudge in the arm. We no carry grudge in the arm. Turn up the lights on the start. Bring tune, pull it up, celebrate. We no carry grudge in the arm. We no carry grudge in the arm. Turn up the lights on the start. Bring tune, pull it up, celebrate. We no carry grudge in the arm. We no carry grudge in the arm. Turn up the lights on the start. Bring tune, pull it up, celebrate. We no carry grudge in the arm. We no carry grudge in the arm. Turn up the lights on the start. Bring tune, pull it up, celebrate. We no carry grudge in the arm. We no carry grudge in the arm.
If you trespass in your life, have a laugh. This is skeptical.
them a fight the truth, them must forget rebuke emotional. Them too soft like tutti fruit. Real soldiers alone must forget recruit. This the order, them must forget the boot. Elevator with them on another level. Boss a full of traffic stop because them working for the devil. They don't want to get the other, so me know say them a rebel. But not the whole of them unrighteous vessel. Chat them a chat, they don't want me clap back. Them confident till I my turn to go in. Can't this the program and expect me to take that. Everybody get it when they send the attack. Jealous them jealousy inside the trend. Fatter them a dirty traitor. Judgment them a get on you fi crawl on your belly serpent. Alligator fi purge them. Watch everything get better way you say.
Roast fruit. The one of them a roast fruit. Roast fruit. The one of them a roast fruit. Roast fruit. The one of them a roast fruit. Roast fruit. Them boy they forget the truth. Roast fruit. The one of them a roast fruit. Roast fruit. The one of them a roast fruit. Roast fruit. The one of them a roast fruit. Roast fruit. Them boy they forget the truth.
See that?
We keep corners anywhere we there.
Anywhere we there.
Well, try tell me what you say.
Where you say?
No part-time, do it every day.
Do it every day.
We don't care when nobody say. We keep corners anywhere we there.
Anywhere we there.
12 try tell me what you say.
Where you say?
No part-time, do it every day.
Do it every day.
We don't care when nobody say. We just do it like the logo pan Nike. The whole of them are hypocrite. We know say them not like we. Them in the dark, but we light our shine brightly. That's why we waking up and we praise the Almighty. Putting in the most high works, we not resign. We cut from a different cloth, so we design. While them a sit down on the couch like them mentally senile. I seal up the laws are gone in our design. We keep God laws anywhere we there.
Anywhere we there.
12 try tell me what you say.
Where you say?
No part-time, do it every day.
Do it every day.
We don't care when nobody say. We keep God laws anywhere we there.
Anywhere we there.
12 try tell me what you say.
Where you say?
No part-time, do it every day.
Do it every day.
We don't care when nobody say.
The war get sweet for the street we a penetrate. Lick up him scream, try scheme and a violate. Pull a manish and got me police up a fire straight. From the spiritual war. We now go hesitate. We roll out in a speed like when tires skate. The road of God we are, the in a heavy state. We up every warrior we a fight and a beat the fate.
We keep God laws anywhere we there.
Anywhere we there.
12 try tell me what you say.
Where you say?
No part-time, do it every day.
Do it every day.
We don't care when nobody say. We keep God laws anywhere we there.
Anywhere we there.
12 try tell me what you say.
Where you say?
No part-time, do it every day.
Do it every day.
We don't care when nobody say.
Was a bad day, was never that feel so we napping. Acts 2:5, we are preaching a Latin. Brooklyn, Bronx, and Queens, I'm a Latin. Scruffers get tight when we preach, so them slacking.
Spiritual war, we no in and no chatting. We keep in the streets and we keep never lacking.
We 16-11, we keep us me strapping from the time we pull that. Then please up us slapping.
You know what, we confess the laws you transgress. So you dipping at the water with nasty conscience. Pass commandments, make me blast it pan them. Stay far from me with your blasted nonsense.
Christ said to forgive, but them wrath he condemn. In a sin, them a live and them heart is content. We love the bedrooms, the article felt. Even if it fall out, we not respond them.
We keep God laws anywhere we there.
Anywhere we there.
12 try tell me what you say.
Where you say?
No part-time, do it every day.
Do it every day. We be there. 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 We be there.
Welcome to Four Corners News. That's right, where the truth speaks. I am Officer Azaniah, and over to my right,
Officer Daniel.
to my other right.
Officer Samuel.
Thank you for not having your mic on. To my left,
Officer Pagiel.
and we make up Four Corners News.
Our brother too busy looking at himself.
He's still interning.
Yeah, he's still new. He's still
a new guy.
the green. You got to talk into the mic, Officer Sam.
It's the AV booth. They got him. It's a setup, bro.
It's a setup.
That's right. It's a setup. It's
a setup, bro.
Damn, officer. Hey, so all praise to the Most High, man. So what we're out here to do, we're out here to bring you guys actual news and not fiction. All praise to the Most High for
That's
that.
right.
But as you guys could tell, the captains aren't here today. They are doing the work. That's what
right.
they're
That's
doing.
right.
So just give all praise to the Most High that
they
we
gave
got.
you a close up, right? It's like, wow.
I don't know. These brothers starting to get fancy now. But yeah, send a press for the captains. Captain Severus, he's traveling. Captain Zakar, he's out here doing the work, man. Y'all don't see what goes on behind the scenes, and especially for the deacons, for the bishops, so on and so forth. A lot of the things that they are dealing with, man, you wouldn't believe it. But all praise to the Most High, we're able to, hold it down for today's show. All right? Let's dive straight into it. Let's go into some of the hot news of this week. Pull it up. Come on.
Black patients more likely to be diagnosed with late-stage lung cancer, regardless of income, education level.
But this is America. I thought, if you have money or if you have some type of status, that means, a lot of the stress and a lot of the worry you don't have to deal with, because, when you throw money at anything, all of that stuff stops. But I guess it doesn't stop for black people.
Well, you dealing with a race of people that don't got no money. They can't throw food stamps at issues like that. You know what I mean? The healthcare, Obamacare ain't did nothing. So, I mean, what'd you expect?
All praises. Pull it back up, man. Come on. Let's get some more on this article. Scroll down. Come on, read that.
Lung cancer remains one of the leading causes of cancer-related death in America and disproportionately impacts vulnerable communities.
Vulnerable communities like black communities. Right. I wonder why. You gotta ask yourself, why is this happening? Because, hey, think about it. Vulnerable communities goes into not rural areas, but ghettos, or what's the word that they use? Urban areas, because one thing that they tend to do, they tend to send all the bad foods to one specific zip code or location, and all the good foods, they'll just throw it in Whole Foods or whatever it may be, Trader Joe's, where some of our people don't really have access to that. We got to drive miles and miles on in, and gas is high right now. So,
and in most of those communities, they got those little quickie stops, quickie stores. What you think coming out of those stores?
Garbage.
A whole bunch of Dutches, backwoods, all this crazy mess that our people buy and then destroy and defile their body. But when you go into those upper echelon communities, you don't really see stores like that. You don't see that stuff.
No, you don't. I don't see no Dutch wrappers on the floor. I don't see no no E&J bottles on the floor. I don't see anything. Everything is just super clean.
Yep.
Pull it back up, man. Come on.
Looking at data collected between 2004 and 2016, researchers assessed late-stage diagnosis rates among different racial ethnic populations. After adjusting for insurance type, treatment facility type, and other factors, black individuals were more likely than their white counterparts to be diagnosed with the disease.
Oh man! So all of this is showing us that our lives here don't matter. So now, in other news, let's pull up the next article. Let's see what does America want from black people, or how do America want black people to be painted? Pull that up.
They reward black people for playing horrendous shiati. Samuel L. Jackson shares his thoughts on Django Oscar snub. Says he will not do a movie just to win a statue.
I mean, isn't that why all these actors act for? Isn't that why Will Smith, got happy about after slapping Will Smith because he wanted a little statue of a man? I mean, it don't make sense.
It don't make sense. Now watch this. Pull up the next. Pull up the picture, and now let's read if what he's saying is actually true or not, based off what he said. Somebody quoted him. Pull it up.
I've played characters that I know people aren't supposed to like and enjoyed it. Like Steven in Django Unchained.
Django Unchained.
Said Jackson in conversation with actress Viola Davis for Variety's Actor on Actor series. That's my job, to make you uncomfortable. People go, my God, and that's satisfying for us, he added. Oddly enough, Jackson's portrayal as the wicked, scowling house slave may have made him the most hated Negro in cinematic history.
Now watch this.
But Jackson didn't care. In fact, the Shaft actor believes the role was his best chance at being a contender for another Oscar.
So he did win an Oscar. So this raises the question, right? The question that it sits there and it raises is, what is he willing to do in order to get the Oscar, which is ultimately He just told you the best chance for him to get an Oscar being a black man in America is by playing a Negro coon slave.
I mean, that's the same thing that they did with I believe it was Halle Berry in that movie Monster Ball, where after she had sex with that Edomite in that movie, that's when they gave her an Oscar. And I think they did the same thing for what's that famous black actor that everybody like? I forgot his name.
You talking about
Denzel? Yeah, Denzel in that movie Training Day. You know, it's like when you portray yourself to be some kind of low life, negative person that America made up, then they say, yeah, you're the right Negro that we made. Here's an Oscar for you.
Right, because ultimately, going back to that article title, they reward black people for playing hinderish-ish. Meaning, if you're not a drug dealer, if you're not selling drugs, I just said that. If you're not selling drugs, if you're not killing your people, if you're not killing your babies, if you're not having sex with a white man, then there's no possible way that you're going to make it here in America. So at a certain point, you're going to have to sit there. You're going to have to sell out.
Yeah. Basically, I mean, it's just anything that you can do to make your race more or less than it already is. Right. So anything that you can do to defame or push that agenda of your race being less than, they'll give you anything for that.
Of course, they'll give you anything for that. And guess what? Speaking of what they about to give you, pull up the next thing. This is the thank you gift. Happy Juneteenth Day, everybody. You thought we forgot. You thought we forgot. Pull it up. Pull it up.
Here we go.
Here we go. This is the thank you gift for being so amazing in America.
Wow. They gave a giant pitch.
And guess what? New Orleans. This is in New Orleans. This is the most racist stuff that
you're welcome.
That you get in America.
But you know why? You know why? Hey, turn me up. Turn me up.
Come on, man.
You know why?
I'll turn my mic down too.
Stop the video.
Stop the video.
You know why they put that out there? Because now all a magical Negro has to go do is touch it, rub it, leave. He'll never get shot by the police anymore. No longer gonna suffer persecution. None of that, because the magical hair pick is up there to save the Negro's life.
It's gonna automatically fix everything.
Yeah, it's gonna automatically
fix
everything.
The poverty in the black community, low employment rates, the gas prices skyrocketing. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna fix everything.
Yeah, just get you a pick, you know. Just
you know what I mean?
Get you a pick from the corner store. This is like a corner store pick too. And the design that they tried to make it do is go like this. If y'all don't see,
they had the fist on there.
Yeah, they had the fist on there. Pull it back up. Pull it back up, and we'll play it again. We'll play it again. This is for Juneteenth, by the way.
Not even in Africa you won't find that thing, but they put it here. Somebody singing some Negro spiritual.
Watch this. Watch this. Slide it all the way off, white lady. Or is it Jake? Why they taking forever? Pause it. Pause it right there. Pause it right there.
Hey, that lets you know that we have become an astonishment.
Yeah.
You know, the scriptures are being fulfilled because, you know, I can understand it's all garbage, but they didn't have a brother up with his hand with a fro and his hands up. They had a pick.
But
when a white man looks at it, our oppressors look at it, they laugh at us.
Here's the point, Officer Samuel. This cost you around like maybe, let's just say $1 million, right? A lot of people want to sit there. If I were to get $1 billion, this is what I would do for the black community, or this is how we would save world hunger. If I had $1 billion, this is how you do it. But with them, they're using valuable taxpayers' resources, and they're gonna give you a pick, which has nothing to do or can help our people.
This is nothing new. They've always been doing that. They just do it in different fashion. whenever people fight for money for the black community, like let's say they say, you know what, we have too much money this year. The city made a lot of money. What can we do? Should we go to Sistrunk or Lauderhill and fix the black communities? Nope. Let's build it. Let's destroy the street and create a roundabout. Let's destroy the sidewalk and add some plants. All that money could have been used. All this money that they used for the pick, that stuff could have been put aside. Better education for the children, but now
that's right.
So, AKA, let's make traffic.
Yeah,
yeah,
because that's all they do.
Or after they use the money that is supposed to be used for black people, they push black people out and take them back to down south Homestead or any other place. I'm speaking of Miami.
That's
what they're doing.
Let's make everybody late for work.
You
destroying a perfectly good sidewalk to rebuild it. Come on, man.
You change a 3-lane to a 2-lane or 1-lane. For what reason?
Matter of fact, over there, I think over there on Atlantic, they did that junk on purpose. They changed the 3-lane to the 2-lane, and then put it back to 3 lanes. What the hell, bro?
And then when you ask, hey, the black community needs some help, they say, we don't got no money. I'm sorry.
Got no money.
Or they say, where's our 40 acres and a mule? Nigga, we just gave it to you in a pick. So in other news, we're gonna move on. In other news, let's pull up what our sisters are supposed to be using the picks to pick out their fro, but this is what they're doing right now. Pull it up.
A toxic chemical used in hair products for black women can fuel breast cancer, study finds.
Damn. So now we wonder why our people, whether rich or poor, are likely to get cancer. But it shows you that we are destroying ourselves based off of the self-hatred that we have amongst ourselves. Pull it back up. Us trying to look like the oppressor, looking like the white man. Scroll down, let's read it.
Beauty products with parabens can adversely impact cancer cells in black women, a new study finds. Parabens are a group of chemicals that keep mold and bacteria from growing in beauty products. The study will be presented at the Endocrine Society's annual meeting in Atlanta on Saturday. Hair care and beauty products marketed to black women often contain a class of hormone-disrupting chemicals called parabens.
Now, this is the question you have to ask yourself, right? Who's making those products? You really think it's our own people in the science lab, cooking that stuff up? No, our people like to use natural cocoa butter, shea butter, oils, and stuff like that. They're creating them things so you could go out there looking like the Edomite woman, thinking, "Oh, you look professional now," while you're dying. They got all kind of ways to kill us. Whether it's not getting help in the hospital, whether it's hair care in the street, any ways of fashion they think of. They got it for us to be harmed.
To kill ourselves.
Yeah. I you know what I'm still trying to figure out about this whole thing? Like, how don't sisters get if you have a chemical that you put in your hair, and if you leave it there too long, it cooks the top of your head? Shouldn't that tell you shouldn't be putting it in your head?
Come on,
hey, I don't know if you ever seen it, but if you watch Boondocks, people don't care, man. They did an episode about that where the hair literally, like the hair texture stuff that made their hair straight. That stuff that they put was a bomb. Like that stuff. They just changed the name, saying bomb hair. You gonna get bomb hair?
Yeah, it's like you literally putting something in your head that cooks. Like if you leave it there too long, bro, you getting burnt.
Again, this goes to show you how much self-hatred that we have within the black community. So a lot of people say, how do we fix the hatred within the black community? Well, it all starts with you having a higher sense of self, so that way you don't that way you don't fall for anything and just put chemicals in your hair that actually kills you. That actually was made for
go back to it.
Pull it back up. What did it hold? Scroll back up.
Chemicals to destroy mold.
Yeah, for mold. So you put in that stuff in your hair, and if you leave it in for too long, even after your death, it messes up your cranium, it messes up your skull.
Yeah, it kills your hair. Your hair goes from curly to straight. That's dead hair. You don't understand that? That's why what they do, they after a couple of weeks, they say, they call it new growth. Yeah, that's new growing hair.
Yeah.
Why? Yeah. Because you killed the previous one. Come on, bro.
And this explains also why A lot of black women crazy. They were doing that to their hair, made them crazy. It's getting to their insane in their membrane. Like
they
that
cook in their
Cypress Hill
brain.
song.
But you know our sisters, man, they love that hair stuff. That's why God said, you know what? Since you love your hair so much, I'm gonna put a curse on you.
Yep.
I'm gonna curse your hair.
Yeah.
They know that. They know our sisters love their hair. That's why they pray with the Chinese beauty supply store. Got the Brazilian hair. Got the East Indian hair that sacrificed to Krishna. They got all that stuff ready for our people because they know our sisters. They hate the texture woolly hair that God gave them. That's why they call the other hair good hair.
Right.
Yep.
And speaking of that, right? So now let's look at another instance of the news. Let's go over to the next one real quick. There you go.
It was stolen from me. Black doctors are forced out of training programs at far higher rates than white residents.
Scroll down. This is what I just wanted, because remember, go back up, go to the picture. Remember, we were just talking about hair. Now, how does she look? She looked like she's trying to fit in. She's trying to be a part of society. Ultimately, what we're going to read about the sister is good, but then again, we understand that America is still racist. Scroll down. Watch. As far as her accolades go, but it still shows that she still has some type of hatred for herself based off of her hair. Read.
Rosandra Daywalker had always excelled. The daughter of Haitian and Jamaican parents in Miami. One an auto parts clerk, the other a nurse. She'd received a nearly perfect score on the SAT, earned a full academic scholarship to the University of Miami, graduated summa cum laude from Morehouse School of Medicine, and was inducted into the prestigious Alpha Omega Alpha Medical Honor Society. Then came the icing on the cake. She matched into the elite and highly competitive specialty of otolaryngology, a field she'd fallen for.
Damn, London, you couldn't even pronounce that? I'm shocked. So that means she's super smart.
Sometimes I think they just be making those stuff.
I don't know.
What the hell major is that?
I don't know, but let's continue. Let's find out.
A field she'd fallen for after watching an elegant head and neck cadaver dissection in medical school. Standing on the stage during Morehouse's match day festivities in 2015, Daywalker beamed. Her family could not have been more proud. The fact that fewer than 1% of otolaryngologists are black seemed a distant concern. Her residency at the University of Texas Medical Branch at Galveston started well. She was the only black trainee but felt welcome. She earned accolades and stellar reviews, a well-liked team player. Always professional, talented in the OR. She won a leadership award.
So stop right there. So all we're just reading about is the accolade for this sister, and she's saying that it was stolen from me. Black doctors are forced out of training programs far higher rates than white residents. So all we're just showing you is that through
She qualified.
She more than qualified.
Yeah, more than qualified.
She graduated cum laude. Does a lot of these things that my pea brain can't even process. She's getting all these different accolades, but she's still not good enough to be a part of your program.
But you gotta understand though, it's a plot. You gotta understand when the scriptures say the thoughts of every one of them is deep. Listen, if there's many doctors out there, right? Many black doctors. Right. You know what's going to happen? Now black doctors are gonna be taking care of black patients with cancer.
That's right.
You can't have that.
The truth about those remedies and like I remember the whole thing when COVID just broke out and stuff like that. And there were nurses, Israelites, black and Hispanics, posting videos contrary to what Esau was saying about COVID, about the remedies and the methods and the things that you can do if you had COVID to get over those symptoms and eventually work the virus out of you. Right. But Esau was saying, nah, those stuff don't work. Those stuff don't work.
Of course not.
Take my vaccine. Right. And they shut them down.
Yeah, and remember the whole plot, going back to tie everything in together, the whole plot is for them to keep us in a subservient position and not see people in high authority, just like being a doctor where it's less than or is 1% or less than 1% that's in there. Because once we start having a vision or we start having the imagery of us being greater than what we are, then guess what? We're going to shoot for something higher than that, a higher standard. And we won't have to get the damn statue in New Orleans with a damn pick throw. And then we say thank you. We say thank you for that.
Like that was an actual accomplishment. It's not.
I'm just happy there wasn't that many people over there accepting that statue, man.
Well, you ain't lying.
Yeah, if there was a big crowd accepting that statue, like, man, you guys are fools.
Would set us back 2 generations.
All right, y'all. Let's move on. Let's go to the next article. This is the article that I believe we all been waiting for.
Top stories.
Yeah, we're gonna go to top stories. This is the article that I believe that we all been waiting for.
Here we go.
Pull it up. Let's go.
If someone doesn't do something about this, it isn't going to end well. OKC Church seeks restraining order against religious group.
Let's go down. What group does this church seek a restraining order against? Hey, where you at? Where you going, bro? Where are you going?
Come on,
man.
Stick with us, tech team. Come on.
He worked for the Christian church.
Yeah, bro. And we gonna have to talk to him. We
gonna do background
checks.
Yeah,
we gonna have to run background checks on brothers.
He trying to
qualifications, man.
Yeah,
brothers, repentant Baptists.
Yeah.
Like, hey, but play the video.
Yeah, play the video.
Full screen.
There we go.
Come on, man.
Dear God. Tech team.
Shame.
Hold on. Pause it. Go to the video that we sent you, and then we can come back to this. Come on. Damn, tech team could kill a wet dream. I understand what Cappy's saying now.
Here we go.
Come on.
Showing up to his church along with other black churches in the area. News 4's Caitlin Ogle is on the night beat with this one. And Caitlin, Pastor Derek Scobie is getting ready to go to court to stop scenes like we just showed. But Israel United in Christ, IUIC, says they're going to continue with their movement.
Exactly. And according to the IUIC, members are going to local black churches on Sunday to spread the gospel and hand out flyers in a movement they call Blitzing the Christian Church. But the church is calling this harassment and want it to stop before someone gets hurt.
No one should come against any church. It is not right.
Members of Ebenezer Baptist Church walking out to this after Sunday service earlier this month. Members of Israel United in Christ on the sidewalk.
Stop this foolishness.
The IUIC says it's carrying out the Blitz the Christian Church movement, teaching the gospel and handing out flyers, first focusing on local churches. Deacon Abayel Israel says they're also trying to fix community problems.
And we really want to meet with our church leaders to try to, come to a biblical solution to our problems. So we've been reaching out to no avail.
According to their videos on social media, leaders say, quote, the main problem that is facing our people is Christianity.
They're charging our people tithe, and they're doing it in the name of God. These are some of the doctrinal issues that we have with the churches.
We want you to stop lying to our people. We want you to stop taking the money of our hard-working community.
Ebenezer Senior Pastor Derek Scobie says his congregation is terrified.
Stop.
No one should.
Stop lying.
Here we go.
Stop lying, you crazy pastor.
Lying.
Hey, but before we get into it, we got to give a round of applause to those brothers that went out. All praise to the Most High, man. All praise to the Most High for that. As long as the work is being done.
Hey, you know why a pastor will come out and say, because I remember Bishop Yawasop, he said this many times throughout his classes, that when you feel like you're backed into a corner, especially being trained up and here in Babylon, by your god Esau,
right?
What you start to do is you start to use trigger words, and those trigger words to your low education, right? You just start throwing shit out like harassment, when you actually don't know what harassment is.
Yeah.
You understand? Because we on the sidewalk.
Yeah.
Public property.
Uh-huh.
We have freedom of speech.
Right.
And we don't force anyone to listen to us.
Right.
We hold nobody
Reading
hostage.
the Bible.
We're just reading the Bible.
And you know what's crazy too? He said we got to stop this before someone gets hurt. Last time I
There you
checked,
go.
we're not a violent group.
Right.
It's only Christians that's violent, flashing guns, going out there in the street,
Putting
selling
their hands on
drugs,
us.
Selling kids. That's what Christianity does.
Right.
Christianity is full of violent crimes.
Right.
I don't get that. Like, is he trying to say he's gonna hurt the Israelites?
Hey,
that sounds
that's
like a
basically
threat.
what they say.
That sounds like a threat to me.
Hey, officer, basically every single time we go out there, we tell everyone publicly we are not here for violence. All we want to do is read the Bible. I have yet to hear one Christian pastor or Christian member say that they don't want to do harm to us.
Not even us.
No, but we actually
anybody.
Hold on, not even us. They won't even go out to the community where they got the church set up in the hood and say stop killing each other.
Right.
Damn, that's a good point.
Yeah, they won't even do that. So they love violence.
Yeah, you could tell that they love violence. It's based off of us. Whenever we go out and we teach the Bible, we have Christians, whether denominational or non-denominational, we caught them on video trying to fight us.
Right. Now, hey, don't get this twisted, Christians. We are non-violent movement, but we do believe in self-defense. Self-defense is in the Bible.
Right. Christ said by a sword. Hey, pull that. Hold on. Let's
read
pull
it.
that. Let's go to Luke.
Self-defense is in the Bible.
Luke.
So,
The book of
don't
Luke.
get it twisted.
You got it?
Yes, sir. The book of Luke, chapter 22, and verse 36. Then said he unto them, But now, he that hath a purse, let him take it, and likewise his scrip. And he that hath no sword, let him sell his garment and buy one.
Why do you think Christ is going to tell us to go buy a sword? You think Christ is going to tell us to buy a sword just to walk around and just to look cool? Da 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 da. We're just holding a sword. That's it? Nah. Christ is telling us if we have to defend ourselves, if it's life and death situation, please defend yourself, because with this gospel, people are going to hate you for preaching this gospel. That's what you got. That's what you don't understand. In the scriptures, it talks about, "O Jerusalem, thou that destroy and killeth the prophets." That's what we've been seeing, that whenever we bring out truth, they hate us for that truth.
Right.
Pull it back up. I just want to hear more of the Christian ideology. Hold on, let's read the article.
Christian rhetoric. That's what it's foolishness.
Yeah, man. So I guess they don't see themselves as the Pharisees in the Bible. But go ahead.
A beloved church in northeast Oklahoma City is asking a judge to grant a temporary restraining order against a religious group, claiming members and guests were harassed during a demonstration. If someone doesn't do something about this, it isn't going to end well. And then the question of who's really responsible will demand an answer.
Hey, I hope you're not turning Christian back here, man. You better read that thing
Yeah,
right.
man. Hey, you got a tendency of doing that. You got to read it strong.
I'm telling you, we got to start doing background checks.
Yeah,
on these
man.
brothers,
We already got one dude back there that's half a Christian. Don't turn into a Christian either, London. Read it again.
If someone doesn't do something about this, it isn't going to end well. And then the question of who's really responsible will demand an answer, said Derek Scobie, senior pastor at Ebenezer Baptist Church.
So as a senior pastor, you think that's a good, you're setting a good example for the flock that you're leading?
Of
that
course
you say
not.
that you about to put hands on us?
That's the thing, though. These pastors are, you know what, the number one thing they're afraid of? They're afraid of the Bible. They're afraid that we're going to pull out a scripture that they never heard, that they don't understand, that they can't answer, and they're going to be like, wait. I'm being made a fool. I'm being exposed to not know what I know and just be a pastor.
Hold on. Who came up with the triple P's? Pimp, pastor, and what was the other one? Politician.
Pimp,
So
pastor,
if they all
politician.
fall into the same one. They still pimping out the people for money, for power, for whatever it may be. But one thing that you sat there and you said, right? It's a scripture that they're gonna come across that they can't defend. Yep. The thing is, what we got to understand, that this Bible cuts, and it don't cut physically, it cuts spiritually. What it's doing is going to dismantle the doctrines that's in the people's head. So in order for you to keep the people there, what you got to do, you got to keep us away. You got to shoo us away. Call the police on us multiple times.
Yeah. Call the police. Get them out of there. Tell your congregants, don't have no discussions with them. Why? The Bible says debate thy cause. Have you not read that?
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah, it says prove all things.
Prove all things. What Bible are you reading? Can I get a script?
Go ahead.
Go to Jeremiah chapter 28, read verse 8. That's what's wrong with these pastors. These pastors do not read the Bible.
Nope.
They don't read it at all. So in such, they turn to violence to do that ninja smoke.
Yeah.
When we trying to have a discussion about religious beliefs. Watch this. Read that.
Jeremiah chapter 28 and verse 8.
Read it out.
The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms of war.
Of what?
Of war.
Read.
And of evil and of pestilence.
That's God. God says the prophets of old, Moses, Jeremiah, Ezekiel, all of them, when they came with the Spirit of the Lord, those men prophesied of war, destruction. Right? Watch this. Read on.
The prophet which prophesieth of peace. When the word of the prophet shall come to pass, then shall the prophet be known that the Lord hath truly sent him.
But that prophet that prophesies of peace, and if it be true, God says that's how you're going to know if that prophet was sent by him. What is actually coming to pass this day? Is the prophets that out there prophesying of war, of pestilence, of destruction, of God judging the earth, or of the sow your seed, so get a tithe, and the Lord will open up a blessing and the window of heavens? Is that happening? No, it's not.
You want a blessing?
I will bless you, sir.
It's
not happening because God ain't sent them.
Hey, they don't know they're fulfilling scriptures, man. Scriptures say they're gonna go straight to the nobles. As we shake their hand at them, that's what they're doing. They're going straight to the city. They're going straight to the government. Noble. They're trying to say, hey, we got to stop the Israelites.
You know what you're saying is true because the pastors have been so blinded. That's how you know that God is not dealing with them, because ultimately, what's the number one thing for the pastors to always say? Let's have a sit down. Let's come together. Let's resolve some of the issues out. So how come you don't want to sit down and hash out some of the issues that's with the Israelites or with us? I mean, if somebody is lost, as you claim that we're lost from the gospel of Jesus Christ, your job is to try to pull us back in, right?
Yep.
So how come you don't try to pull us back in when we at your front door? Or before even we got to your front door, we sending out emails, so on and so forth, for us to kind of have a sit down with you to say, boom, this is it.
Nah, ain't no saving us. You just call the police.
Yeah, just call the police.
Ain't no saving us.
Hey, you black.
Need you. Now, hold on. We got to continue reading. Go back. Go back real quick. Go back. Come on.
I got another one.
Come on.
And then the question of who's really responsible will demand an answer, said Derek Scobie, senior pastor at Ebenezer Baptist Church. No one should come against any church. It is not right.
Mm-hmm.
Why not? That makes no sense.
Because he don't read the Bible.
You're right.
He don't read the Bible.
If the church is lying, teaching, literally taking people to hell in a handbasket, why not? That don't make no sense. Nobody should come at any church. So it don't matter what the church do, being pedophiles, raising up baby mamas, adulterers, all that, idolaters, just let them be.
So if the pastor is having sex with multiple people in a congregation, leave him alone.
That pastor who's supposed to be reading the Bible, he said, leave the church alone.
Yeah, that's what. So basically, all the evil that's happening there, we're not supposed to say anything.
That's what
we're supposed to fall back.
But he's supposed to be a man of God.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
That's how you know that the Lord has not sent them. And the thing that they're literally trying to protect their money. Watch this. Go to, I believe it's Micah. It's with an M, the small M.
Micah 2?
No, Micah 3.
That's
11.
all they do, man. They just try to protect their pockets.
Micah 3:3. Watch this. This is what the Christian church want to do to our people right now. Read.
Micah chapter 3 and verse 3.
No. Let's read verse 1 to 3. Come on.
Verse 1. And I said, hear, I pray you, O heads of Jacob, and ye princes of the house of Israel. Is it not for you to know judgment, who hate the good and love the evil?
So the Christian church hate the good, the Bible, the commandments of God, and they love the evil. Read. Yep. That's why they said, don't come to any Christian church. Don't do that. We want you to stay where you at. You can stay in the light. We're going to stay in the darkness. Read.
Who pluck off the skin from off them and their flesh from off their bones, who also eat the flesh of my people, and flay their skin from off them.
Leave them alone so that way we could devour your people. But we're out here trying to gather the sheep of Christ, or the lost souls of Christ that's in there, that has real genuine questions on why we do what we do. If you can't sit there, you can't answer your doctrine or whatever your foundational belief is, should you be a part of something like that? If you can't give the people answers of why you do what you do scripturally as a pastor, you're not supposed to be in that position as a man of God.
Right. This the
That's
thing, though.
right.
Go to Acts chapter 17, verse 6. This is what he's afraid of. He's afraid of the people trying to come in the congregation and ask them questions. And that's why we say, if we any Christians, go ask your pastors questions. Don't ask us questions. Go ask your pastors. We'll take the questions if you're sincere, but if you're not, go ask your pastors questions. Read that.
The book of Acts, chapter 17 and verse 6. And when they found them not, they drew Jason and certain brethren unto the rulers of the city, crying.
They were looking for Paul and the other disciples who was teaching against the Pharisees' church at that time. Read.
These that have turned the world upside down are come hither also.
That's the problem right there. As we go to the churches and teach, his world is starting to be turned upside down.
Right.
And he don't like it.
You taking away that tithe money, man. You taking away that tithe money, man.
Right. Let me get real quick. 1 John. Let me get a script real quick. 1 John chapter 4 and verse 1, because to them it's like, oh yeah, you're not supposed to come against the church, but they're spreading false doctrines.
Yeah, right. The Bible says, church you go to.
Right. And the Bible says if they're spreading false doctrines, you're supposed to contend with them. What's so funny? Let's read that. 1 John chapter 4 verse 1.
Go to, man.
Yeah, man. You came in all smooth. In the back of my mind, I wanted to stop you like, yo, what's going on, bro? Are you all right? Hey, brothers, let's just calm down. Let's have a little peace right here. We're going to sit down.
Hey, but let's get that script. Let's get that script up. Come on, man.
1 John chapter 4 and verse 1. Beloved, believe not every spirit, but try the spirits whether they are of God, because many false prophets are gone out into the world.
So the Lord says many false prophets have come out into the world. That's these pastors here. So it says don't believe them, try them. That's what we do. We try them how? By teaching the Bible, teaching the truth. And they can't deal with it.
That's it?
All praises, man.
All praises.
That's all we need.
To the
That's all we need, the word, baby.
So now, somebody
says, let that words be few, understanding much.
Yeah, all praise to the Most High.
You get it. If you don't, you don't.
He saved you. Let him defend himself. Just like how the Christian church, they gonna have to defend their gospel. He gonna have to defend himself.
They don't got no gospel though. They got no gospel to defend.
Well,
that's basically what we tell. Hey, listen, man. If you got a problem with the Israelites asking you questions, then step down. Don't be a pastor, because you don't understand the job of a pastor.
Oh, speaking of pastors, now let's talk about, some of their inner circles or some of their leadership.
Bring it out.
And then we're gonna see what's going on with that pastor and have they corrected him for his doings.
Right. Bring it out.
Come on. Let's go.
Pastor John Gray claims he needs healing after allegedly cheating on his wife again.
What? Again? Whoa.
Hey, according to the other pastor, you're not supposed to speak against that church.
Yeah, that's what he said. Yeah. He said you're supposed to leave them alone.
Well, we can't leave them alone. Pull it back up. Let's go.
Because the Bible say don't leave them alone.
Come on, read it. He did it again. So this is my question. Hold on, time out. This is my question, right?
Can we get it?
How come he's still a pastor? Was he put out of the church like Paul said?
Of course not.
Because remember what Paul said, if we should not keep company with any fornicator, adulterer, so on and so forth. Has he been kicked out?
You know why he's not kicked out? Because our people got this mindset of, as long as he's not doing it to me, leave him alone. Because they know themselves they're doing it too.
So he didn't step down as a pastor at all.
He said, I'm gonna keep pastoring.
Wow.
I got more sheep I gotta sleep with. I can't. What you mean? You know.
Oh, this dude is lethal.
He said, I got more sheep I gotta sleep with because these women out here, they love men with power, men with authority. I can't step down.
No, not man with power, man of God. Man of God.
He said, I can't step down.
Can we
What in the hell?
First Timothy?
Yeah, let's go.
Read 1 Timothy chapter 3, verse 1. Read it, because these pastors don't know.
So anybody could become a pastor nowadays. So as long as you feel like Jesus is working with you.
Yeah.
Hold on. I feel like
Let's see if these Christian pastors meet the requirements. Because God got a requirement. You can't. Not anybody could just become a pastor or a leader over God's congregation.
Hold on. I got a revelation. I feel like God is calling me. That's it.
Hey, that's
No,
what they
that's
always
it.
say, God called me.
God called me. That's it. I just feel it in my spirit.
But they say
called me.
you gotta have that spirit fall upon you. Then you gotta go to cemetery school and fill out Esau's application.
Right.
And then you can be a pastor.
So Esau got to approve you to be called by God.
Yes. Let's see if that's what God says is the requirements. Read that.
1 Timothy chapter 3 and verse 1. This is a true saying. If a man desire the office of a bishop, he
Bishop means
desireth
leader or pastor, right? Read.
He desireth a good work.
It's a good work. Read.
A bishop then must be blameless.
Just like this. What's his name again?
Go back.
Bishop
Pastor John Gray or something.
John Gay.
Miss-
John
Miss-
Gray.
Gay? No, I don't know.
Mr. Gray.
Gray.
He's not blameless. The man committed adultery twice. Read.
A bishop then must be blameless, the husband of one wife,
One wife. That's it. Read.
vigilant,
Watch this. Come on.
sober, of good behavior,
Read.
given to hospitality.
Come on.
Apt to teach.
Apt to do what?
Apt to teach.
So that means we can ask you questions.
Yep.
Hello?
If you're a teacher, we gotta ask you questions.
We got to ask you questions.
Officer Daniel, no, you can't. The Bible doesn't say that.
They say, oh,
the
just
Jedi
leave-
mind trick.
Leave us alone.
No.
And we leave you alone and you do your own thing.
Hey, this the crazy part though. Hey, you finished the script?
Yeah, I'm done.
This the crazy part though. In the article it said he needs healing. Ain't he a pastor who's
he
supposed
heal
to
himself?
heal other people with the word of God? This the healing you need. Hebrews 13:4.
Bring it out.
This is the healing you need right there, pastor. If you ever run across this scripture, when you start reading your Bible, you'll see it.
No, you remember, it's marked out. It's not for him.
That's what I
He's
said.
hired. He's in a
Great.
pastoral leadership type of thing. Go ahead.
Read that.
Hebrews
Mr.
chapter
Gray.
13.
Go ahead.
Hebrews chapter 13 and verse 4. Marriage is honorable in all, and the bed undefiled. But whoremongers and adulterers God will judge.
That's the healing right there you need. You gotta understand, God is going to judge you. Right. Whether you do it knowingly, unknowingly, God says He's going to judge you. Repent. You read the scriptures, right? When you're at church teaching every Sunday and you're healing the people, supposedly healing them, what are you healing them from? What are you telling them to do? Stop sinning or keep sinning? It makes no sense. You're a pastor.
Right. You know, the big doctrine that they always push is love. We got to love one another.
Well, he's been loving on
He
the
been
congregation. He's been doing that. He follows that scripture to the T, boy. I'm telling you.
Been loving on everybody.
Right.
Yeah.
And now, if they love one another, they would have corrected him from the first time. Let me get Leviticus 19 and 17 real quick. They would have corrected him the first time when he fell, rebuked him. Hey, pulled him off as being a pastor. Bro, you
didn't see his apology? You didn't see when he did his apology?
Oh yeah. You want to play the apology?
Nah, hell no. That shit too long. That shit like
Read
2
the
hours.
script first. Read the script first.
Read that script real quick.
Leviticus chapter 19 and verse 17. Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thine heart.
So they preach the love doctrine. You know, God is love. We're supposed to love one another. Read.
Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor.
So when you love your brother, you love your sister, you don't hate them. And part of that is rebuking them, meaning they do something wrong. Hey, you point it out, you point the sin out, tell them they can't do that. But they're not doing that. This pastor, evidently, all his peers in the church didn't tell him nothing. Read.
And not suffer sin upon him.
That's why he's still sucking that sin, and he's backtracking. He's going right back to it.
Hey, Sam, you said he need love?
Yeah.
Hey, play that video in the article.
Yeah. Go ahead. Let's play it.
Scroll down the article.
He needs some love.
He needs some
Look at his shirt.
Love.
Look at his shirt.
Wow.
Talking about some love.
Wow. You see? There you go.
That's all he been trying to do.
He want to love everybody.
Love.
He want to love everybody.
And the other pastor from the other church is saying, don't call the other churches out. Come on, man.
You know what he do? He goes all to all the women. Hey, we gotta love one another. Give me a hug.
Yeah.
Give me a hug, sis. Let's spread the love.
Yeah, hey, Sister Betty, come over here. Come over here, Sister Betty.
Come hug your neighbor. Everybody around the church, look at your neighbor and hug your neighbor.
Say neighbor.
Copping fields in the church.
Yeah. Right. Have her sit in the third row in the middle seat. I'm gonna walk by and I'm gonna just say something to her real quick. That's it. All right, so all praise to the Most High. We'll be right back after these commercial breaks. Stay tuned, all right? We'll be right back after these commercial breaks here on Four Corners News.
Popo, gun a man down, get bail, come home to 100 grand. Some all-hearted soul in the motherland. Pray Uncle Sam get choked, no recovering. Chariot, they got him running like he's Sonic and 10,000 on my right, stretched out like rubber bands. I do not understand why we keep playing this game on they underhand.
Give a damn about you, what the Lord say. Move time, about to hit him with the cold case. How could you demand outside when he chose me? I'ma run it the attacks for the whole thing. Give a damn about you, what the Lord say. Move time, about to hit him with the cold case. How could you demand outside when he chose me? I'ma run it the attacks for the whole thing.
Let's go. Jeremiah 28 verse 8. I'ma prophesy till I get the gates. Not removed to a corner no more. Cause we in they face. We with the Lord, give a damn what you say. My people dying to death every day. Looking for justice, causing the ruckus. And we burn it down, let them know we don't play and our enemies slain. Bleed like the blood of the grape. Beat the system down to a fraction. Then we take them to the lake. Come from the table, nah. Man, we want the whole plate. No just balance, they gon' feel the weight. Pray for they death, it's a part of my faith. Cause
I done seen a popo, gun a man down, get bail, come home to 100 grand. Some all-hearted soul in the motherland. Pray Uncle Sam get choked, no recovering. Chariot, they got him running like he's Sonic and 10,000 on my right, stretched out like rubber bands. I do not understand why we keep playing this game on they underhand.
Give a damn about you, what the Lord say. Move time, about to hit him with the cold case. How could you demand outside when he chose me? I'ma run it the attacks for the whole thing. Give a damn about you, what the Lord say. Move time, about to hit him with the cold case. How could you demand outside when he chose me? I'ma run it the attacks for the whole thing.
Bigger than big, oppression the game, I must be the squid. Red light, green light, where they shoot a brother down under street lights. This golden city don't pity no brown skin. The sight that I see is astounding. All this blood of the chosen make earth cry. So blatant I see with my first eye. I pray in my worst till I burst. I can't do what you want. The birth of a minister, mind of a chemist, the spirit of Christ, not the Pope. This ain't that chemist, this ain't no religion. I'm feeling like Moses and Job. Skin black, my kin back in the nation we from, we know. But we know that this nation gon' blow. We ready to go.
I done seen a popo, gun a man down, get bail, come home to 100 grand. Some all-hearted soul in the motherland. Pray Uncle Sam get choked, no recovering. Chariot, they got him running like he's Sonic and 10,000 on my right, stretched out like rubber bands. I do not understand why we keep playing this game on they underhand.
Give a damn about you, what the Lord say. Move time, about to hit him with the cold case. How could you demand outside when he chose me? I'ma run it the attacks for the whole thing. Give a damn about you, what the Lord say. Move time, about to hit him with the cold case. How could you demand outside when he chose me? I'ma run it the attacks for the whole thing.
I can see the telltale sign that you don't come in peace. Always plotting on the sons of the priest. No matter how you hide and connive, you'll be laden with lies. And you're nothing more than a red beast. Minding the time you're alive, cause your rulership is nothing but a lease. Check the timepiece, when the owner come back, he gon' be the centerpiece. He gon' gather up the chosen and take it to the east. If you wanna side with the devil, you a kunite. Tell your boy to get up cause it's about to be a good fight. He better tune up all the women's that he's ever had in his lifetimes, cause he about to lose it all in one night. I done had enough of all the cooning and buffooning. They the reason why the nation don't be moving up as fast as it could be. I love it when the whole world overlooks me, cause that's one last chance it could've took me.
I done seen a popo, gun a man down, get bail, come home to 100 grand. Some all-hearted soul in the motherland. Pray Uncle Sam get choked, no recovering. Chariot, they got him running like he's Sonic and 10,000 on my right, stretched out like rubber bands. I do not understand why we keep playing this game on they underhand.
Everything about you, what the Lord say. New time, about to hit him with the cold case. How could you demand outside when he chose me? I'ma run out of attacks for the whole thing. Everything about you, what the Lord say. New time, about to hit him with the cold case. How could you demand outside when he chose me? I'ma run out of attacks for the whole thing.
Shalom, Israel. This is Bishop Nathaniel. I want you to know that you can view all our Sabbath classes live on IUIC TV. That's right, I said on IUIC TV. Download the app today. Shalom.
We about to turn the world upside down. 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 Upside down.
Welcome back to
Four Corners News.
Officer Pachiel.
And I'm Officer Samuel.
And this is your local news.
The percentage of black male doctors in the U.S. is the same today as in 1940.
That's crazy. That's
Wow.
crazy as how the percentage of the black doctors have not changed.
Wow.
The history of medicine in the U.S. is inextricably linked with the legacy of slavery and racism. From the discrediting of black midwives in favor of white OBGYNs, eventually leading to over-medicalized childbirth, to the use of black patients for medical experiments, to the pervasive stereotypes that make doctors less likely to listen to black patients' needs. The American health system has often failed the black community and continues to do so. A tested and easy way to improve the health of black patients is rather intuitive. Have more black physicians.
That's the problem right there. That's a solution that they don't want. They don't want us to have more black physicians.
Right.
If they have more black doctors, that means, guess what? Less cancer patients. Less a lot of our sisters dying in the hospital while giving birth.
Right, and they know that knowledge is power.
Exactly.
And our people, if you got more black doctors, our people are going to be a lot more healthier.
Right, a lot more healthier. They're going to hold themselves higher. They're actually going to start going to the doctors.
Right.
Because our people hate going to the doctors, man.
I know I do.
Hey, for real. You go there with health. You come back with a little sickness. You go over there for a headache. You come back saying, "Hey, you need surgery right there in your back right now. You got kidney stone."
Right. You know, Israel only go to the doctor when they're on their deathbed. Right. Oh Lord, I'm about to die. Let me go to the doctor.
Right. Hey, let's go back. Scroll down. I want to see. I think there's a graph. Yeah, read that. Black physicians representation.
Black physician representation in the United States.
Now read that. Black doctors.
Black doctors, 1.3% in 1900, 2.8% in 1940, and 5.4% in 2018.
Scroll down. Read.
Black female doctors in 2018, 2.8%.
Now notice how in 2018 there's only about 2.8. Now scroll down. Read that.
Black population, 11.6%. 9.7% and 12.8%.
So you can clearly see we don't even have half of the doctors that we need to take care of the black population.
Right. The hell is this?
Easy. You clearly see that. Hey, go back to the article. Scroll up. I want to see something. You see where it says scroll up again. Yes, read that.
A tested and easy way to improve the health of black patients is rather intuitive. Have more black physicians. Research has shown that black patients treated by black doctors tend to have better health outcomes, including because they trust their physicians more.
And that's facts. We trust our physicians more.
That's
Go to
right.
Baruch chapter 3, verse 36.
Bring that out.
Let's see. Because God says, listen, you're my children. I made you. I know I created sickness and also created medicine, right? He gave us the knowledge. Read that.
Baruch chapter 3 and verse 36.
Bring it out.
He hath found out all the way of knowledge.
God says he found every knowledge on this planet and the universe. Read.
And hath given it unto Jacob his servant, and to Israel his beloved.
That's who got the knowledge. That's why we're the first people, the first person to do open heart surgery,
traffic light,
all that stuff. Like that, we got the knowledge. So why would we go to other nations who don't have the knowledge to treat the people with the knowledge?
Right.
That's why they don't. That's why they say, listen, we don't have enough black doctors. Are people trying to find a solution? Let's go become black doctors. They say, nah. The more of y'all got out here going to hospital, y'all gonna multiply. We don't like that. Nah.
And so when you really look at it, it seems like something is stopping the black man and the black woman from becoming a doctor.
That's exactly what's happening.
It's the government, but it's higher than that. It's spiritual. Give me Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 29. Shall
Bring
not
it out.
prosper. You know what I want?
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 29.
Bring it out.
And thou shalt grope at noonday as the blind gropeth in darkness.
So right now, our people, they grope because they don't have medical health care.
Yeah, that's the
They
curses.
don't got insurance. A lot of our people don't have medical insurance.
Right.
Okay, read on.
And thou shalt not prosper in thy ways.
And when they do have medical insurance, they got to go to the Asian man, the Indian man, because a lot of doctors, they're Asian, Indian, or Amalek,
right,
which is the so-called white man, and rarely you see the black man, because read that last part again.
And thou shalt not prosper in thy ways.
Because the Lord is making sure we don't prosper as a nation, and that includes with our health care and getting doctors, because we are not keeping God's commandments as a nation. So this is a problem.
Exactly. I'm glad you brought that precept, because what it shows you is that, listen, until we get our mind right, we're always going to have an enemy, a man of another nation, come and have to examine you, have to examine your wife, have to examine your children.
Right.
You know, it's crazy. Like, this is the kind of stuff that we got to go through as a people, all because we broke God's commandments.
Right.
Hey, let me get Isaiah 42, verse 22.
Bring that out.
Let's see what God says. Because when they see our people, man, watch. Read that.
Isaiah chapter 42 and verse 22.
Bring it out.
But this is a people robbed and spoiled. They are all of them snared in holes, and they are hid in prison houses.
God says we are, the part I want is the part that says we are robbed and spoiled, and we are stuck in a trap.
Man.
No matter what we do, we say, you know what? It's time for us to get better. It's time for us to go to school, become doctors. They find ways saying, nah, you can't. We're not giving you that. We're not giving you a diploma. You're not going to graduate. We say, you know what? It's time for us to start making economy moves and stuff like that. Get shut down, all that stuff. We are set and trapped in holes. We got to repent as a nation.
Right, because when you go into education, right, don't you need computers? They made everything right now digital. And in our communities, we have no internet. We have no computers.
Right.
So watch this. But this is the solution. Joshua chapter 1 and verse 8. All right. This is the solution for our people.
Bring it out.
God will help us as a nation, but we got to get right first.
The book of Joshua, chapter 1 and verse 8.
Bring it out.
This book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth.
So the Bible says the Bible is supposed to be our focus of our whole main life.
Right.
What's up with the Bible, everybody, at grandma's house? It got dust on it. It's on a dresser.
They use it for quotations.
Right. It's on a dashboard of the car. They're not reading it. They're not opening up the Bible. Read.
But thou shalt meditate therein day and night.
Day in, day night, and night. When you wake up, your mind is on God's laws. When you go to sleep, your mind is on God's laws. You teaching your children God's laws. Read.
Right.
That thou mayest observe to do according to all that is written therein. For then thou shalt make thy way prosperous, and then thou shalt have good success.
So that's when the God's going to reverse that curse, and make you prosperous and give you success of becoming a doctor, becoming a lawyer.
That's right.
Okay, when you start keeping his commandments, because we got brothers and sisters who are doctors in the truth. They made it. Why? Because they're doing the things that please the Lord.
That's right. And until we do that, we're still going to be stuck at the bottom.
Right.
Hey, this has been your local news. Make sure to stay tuned after this commercial break with more Four Corners News.
Shalom Israel, no son Christ bless. Deacon Nathan here of IUIC Philadelphia. You're tuned in to our Hidden History Radio, where we go into deep understanding and history of who we are, according to the Bible, the hidden artifacts, archaeology, the geography, all you can think of that shrouds around our history of the Bible. We go into it in depth. So Israel, like, subscribe, comment on our YouTube channel, our Hidden History Radio. See you then. Shalom, no son Christ bless.
Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah, oh yeah, 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 yeah. You know history.
Shalom, this is Bishop Nathaniel of Israel United in Christ. I have an important message about your leaders in the Christian church. Your bishops, pastors, reverends, and ministers are all lying to you and leading you straight to damnation. The truth is, you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans are the biblical Israelites, according to Deuteronomy chapter 28. Jesus Christ is a black man with white wool hair, according to Revelation chapter 1, verses 14 and 15. We as the Israelites must keep the commandments in the faith of Christ to receive salvation, as it is written in Revelation chapter 14, verse 12. I've challenged and debated Christian authorities all over the world on these issues. Not one of them has been able to negate this truth. Your pastors have led you astray, worshiping pagan holidays and false gods, just as in the days of old. So join us on our mission to restore the true nation of Israel before the decree goes forth. The work is plentiful, but the laborers are few. Visit our website at israelunite.org or call us at 855-484-4842 to learn more and visit our schools. Shalom. I want y'all to understand what time we're in. This is wartime. 2 Corinthians 10 verse 3, for though we walk in the flesh, we do not war after the flesh. To war after the flesh means to gather knives and guns, weapons like that to go to a physical war. No. This is not that type of war. Verse 4, for the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, not of man, not sinful, but mighty through God to the pulling down of strongholds. Let me give you an example. One stronghold that's throughout the earth is the Caucasian image of Jesus.
We about to turn the world upside down. 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 Upside down.
Welcome back to Four Corners News. That's right, where the truth speaks. I am Officer Azaniah, and to my right,
Officer Daniel.
To my other right,
Officer Samuel.
And to my left,
Officer Pat GL.
And we make up Four Corners News.
That's
All
right.
praise to the Most High. I'm glad you guys are sticking with us. So now let's just dive straight into it. No time lost. Let's just dive straight into the main topic. Let's get it.
Let's get it. Back from halftime.
Yeah.
White Lives Matter group protests Juneteenth celebration in Tennessee.
The hell is this?
White Lives. Hold on. Wait. Why is White Lives Matter protesting? What's Black Lives Matter?
Bring it out.
Hey, that's what happens.
Esau ain't about to let them have nothing.
But what happened to Black Lives Matter? I thought, they're for the people. And remember, happy Juneteenth, everybody! Yay! Right?
I thought white lives always mattered.
Hey, according to them, it's not enough.
When did anything change? Don't they run the world?
I mean, we got freed like 3 years, or we were. They let us know that we was free 3 years after the Emancipation Proclamation in 1865 or something like that. Yeah. But we're still celebrating Juneteenth, so I guess we'll take it.
Come on now, dog.
I guess let's read.
Let's read that.
Let's read. Come on.
Is that a video? We could play the video. It won't work.
No, let's close it. Yeah, it's the ad. Come on.
White Lives Matter, a group of white nationalists, held protests Saturday in Franklin, Tennessee, disrupting the city's second annual Juneteenth celebration.
So we've been free for over, I don't know how to count, but I'm pretty sure it might just be like over close to 100 years or so, right? And this is our second annual Juneteenth celebration in Tennessee.
Yeah, they just made it a national holiday too. Oh. They just say, you know what, Negroes, it's time for you to have something to celebrate.
They just tell you, just shut up. I know you've been getting 1 in 40 acres in a mule, but shut up. We'll give you Juneteenth.
Or shut up and dribble, like they told LeBron. They told LeBron to shut up and dribble.
Hey, they say that we'll give you Juneteenth in a pick.
This the crazy part though.
Come on.
Hey, this the crazy part though. Our people
and fried chicken.
Our people have been living in America for so long, celebrating everything, acting like they had nothing to celebrate. They want Juneteenth, and now either might say, you know what, we gave you Juneteenth, but yeah, ain't right, man. I'm gonna try to take it back.
Since Juneteenth is just such a national holiday, how come I didn't get Juneteenth off and I work for corporate America? Did you get it off?
Nope.
Oh, Officer Samuel.
I plead the fifth.
You plead the fifth. What about you?
Nope.
And it's supposed to be a national holiday.
It's nationally recognized, but then again, some of the companies are not recognizing Juneteenth. So
you know why? Because Pride Month have taken over Juneteenth.
Right. I was just about to say that. We gotta share it. We gotta share it with the LGBTQP LMNOP
They ain't even give me no bonus.
Z.
You know how you get that Wicked Day bonus?
Yeah.
I ain't get no bonus or nothing, man. What's going on?
Yeah, usually a company will send you out something, just be like, here,
take it easy.
Thank you for letting us oppress you. Boop. Here you go.
I was waiting for somebody at my job to come say Happy Juneteenth. I was gonna be like, what the hell is that? What are you talking about? What's Juneteenth?
Hey, nobody mentioned Juneteenth at my job, and I work with nothing. I can't say nothing but Edomites, but I work with other nations, including our nation. I'm helping somebody out, fixing whatever I'm fixing, right? And then we had to get on like a virtual meeting, and the only person that has a Juneteenth background was that person. And he expected me to say Happy Juneteenth. I just kept on working and just did my thing, man. All right, let's pull it back
Racist. Up. Approximately 10 young white men wore matching white shirts with matching logos and black skull balaclava face coverings, according to the Williamson homepage. The men also held up signs that read "Stop White Replacement" and "It's okay to be white."
You see, this the thing right there. They keep talking about this white replacement stuff. And like I said before, if you're really worrying about white replacement, then go to your Edomite women that's killing the babies, that wants to support abortion. They're the one who's number one at it. They say you get pregnant and kill the baby. They're killing your own baby.
Right.
Talking about some white replacement stuff. Stop spreading your LGBTQ what's that thing, culture all over the earth, because those people are doing it the most.
Hey, you know what that shows is
That's
that
anti-life.
You know what that shows really, and I'm gonna kind of get off point real quick. It shows that these people, whenever they do their census and they say, they actually know our true numbers, and they know that we're greater than them. So that's why they would have something called white replacement theory or something like that. Or what is it called?
Yeah, white replacement.
White replacement theory, because they understand that we are more greater and powerful than them. Go to this. Hold this. Go to Exodus. Let's touch on that. You know what I want in Exodus, right? Exodus chapter 1.
Yes,
Dear God. Okay, thank you. Read it.
The book of Exodus, chapter 1 and verse 15. And the king of Egypt spake to the Hebrew midwives, of which the name of the one was Shiphrah and the name of the other Puah. And he said, when he do the office of a midwife to the Hebrew women, and see them upon the stools, if it be a son, then he shall kill him. But if it be a daughter, then she shall live. But the midwives feared God and did not as the king of Egypt commanded them, but saved the men children alive.
Jump up to verse 10. That's what I wanted. Yeah,
He's not
he's
Professor
not.
A.
I just
He's not
read that
Professor.
for him to make it feel a little bit better.
He didn't
But
know.
read verse 10. That's
He
what
didn't
I
know
want.
what
Thank you.
Verse 10. Come on, let us deal wisely with them, lest they multiply, and it come to pass that when there falleth out any war, they join also unto our enemies, and fight against us, and so get them up out of the land.
So that's what the enemy is afraid of. They are afraid of us because they see us multiplying, and they're gonna be like, okay, these people are multiplying, but we're not multiplying as fast as them. So you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna put Planned Parenthood in their community. We're gonna send all the bad foods. We're gonna
stop them from being doctors.
Stop them from being doctors. We're gonna create something called Pride Month, and whatever Pride Month or LGBTQ people have done is gonna surpass everything that we tried to do for the past
100 years,
150 years.
You're gonna put them in a lifestyle, anti-life lifestyle that's against life.
And this is the crazy part. Hey, go back to the article. Scroll down with the Twitter to the Twitter spot.
Come
yeah,
on.
look how they look like.
Come on, scroll down.
They're representing death with a skull mask. Talking about they hate you for being white. White lives matter. We know black people don't hate Edomites. You hate us. That's why you pass laws against us. We don't pass no laws against you. We got no power to do none of that stuff.
Hey, go ahead.
And you see that in our history, you had the Ku Klux Klan, you have slavery. They murdered us.
Yeah.
When did we ever murder the white people?
Right.
No.
When did we ever hang them?
Lynch.
Set them on fire?
Right. Put a cross in the yard.
Here's a prime example, right?
Burned it.
Here's a prime example. Dealing with our women, right? We just gonna bring it into our women. The way that they'll treat the black man is total shit, right? But when it comes to dealing with the white man, if they go off to a white man, total submission, none of that. So it just proves that the theory about us hating white people, no, that's not it. Because we see our people that's broken, we see white people as gods on the planet Earth. We don't want to do anything to them. We don't want to ruffle their feathers. We don't want to swing on them. We don't want to hit them, so on and so forth.
Yeah, go back to the article and read some of the images. So because you're celebrating Juneteenth, this is what they're saying.
Come on.
Go back to the image and read that.
Stop white replacement.
Uh-huh.
White lives matter.
Uh-huh.
They hate you for being white. Stop white replacement.
You see that? They're holding the sign. Scroll down. Let's get another image.
Come on.
Look at that. White lives matter. And you see what flag they got? Confederate flag.
Look at
it in the back.
That's a spit in each one of our faces, for real. That's a spit in our face.
But you know, that's the crazy part, though. They're trying to make it seem like it's us. It's our fault that they're not increasing as a race. No, it's not our fault. It's your Planned Parenthood fault. Every weapon that you got against us is going to backfire on you. LGBTQ stuff is backfiring on you now. You got a whole bunch of Edomite men walking around smelling like doo-doo all day.
But again, here's my question, right? Where's Black Lives Matter? Did the money run out?
Nah, you know where they at? They on a private island living lavishly right now.
While our people are suffering.
Hey, you know where
this day.
Running from tax evasion.
They're in that same rally with White Lives Matter.
What you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you?
Run to an island like Pagio said.
Hey man, pull it back up. Pull it back up. Oh, hold on. And now, because we just touched on Tennessee, right? So now let's get on Tennessee. Let's get to the northern part. Let's see what's going on in D.C. Come on, pull it up.
D.C. mayor calls for accountability after cop 15-year-old boy shot at Juneteenth festival.
What? This is Juneteenth.
Come on now, dog.
Why would a cop shoot black people for just wanting to celebrate to be free? I'm confused.
So he's
and the DC mayor. Hold on, scroll down. Let's look at the image. Huh? They got a black mayor. Wow, we done improved as a nation of people. wow, we got
Look at our
politicians. Look at our accolades,
The hell
but
is
still,
We're so free.
she's the mayor, right? Can't she get him locked up?
Yeah.
But why is the mayor's calling for accountability after the cop shot the 15-year-old? You know he did it, right? That's my assumption. You know he did it. Throw him in jail. You're the mayor. You sign off on the on their what you call it, on the police's budget, so on and so forth.
I don't know if exactly how it works, but I'm gonna base this off of some television experience.
Go ahead. First 48.
Yeah, first 48. Law before all.
Don't say law before all. Don't bring God into this.
I mean, first 48. What is it?
Law and order.
Law and order. Usually, what the police chief does is he answers to the mayor. You understand? Because the mayor will. I watched the show and I seen the mayor tell him,
Come on, tell us about how you try to avoid crime.
I ain't watched that to avoid. So, it's going back to your point where you're saying why would the mayor have to go and ask for justice when she can just go directly to the chief and say, listen, this, and this needs to be done? Tells you the truth because she really doesn't have any power. Yeah. It's just an illusion.
Yeah, and an illusion of inclusion. Go, pull it back up. Let's go. Come on.
Washington, D.C. Mayor Muriel Bowser demanded accountability after a 15-year-old boy was killed and 3 others, including a police officer, were shot during an unapproved Juneteenth celebration on Sunday. One of the injured victims is a police officer who was shot in the leg. Metropolitan Police Chief Robert J. Conti III said at a press conference early on Monday morning, the shooter is not in custody.
Damn, he's still running free?
The shooting occurred near an outdoor music event called Moakella, held on U Street in northwest Washington, D.C., which was shut down by police earlier in the day because of 2 incidents, including some type of fight between people at the concert, according to Conti.
Damn, you can't take black people nowhere. I'm sorry to say.
Read on.
Moakella had billed the concert as a Juneteenth celebration on its Instagram page, although Conti said the event was unpermitted.
That's the crazy part. Every celebration that our people always want to celebrate, they always want music, dancing. That's it. Everything. They just that's why they do 4th of July, Christmas, all these different parties. The Christmas Day club is open. It's like that's it.
Hey, all it is just a mating call. That's all it is. Oh, Juneteenth. I guarantee you, some of them don't even know what Juneteenth is. They just going out there. Oh, they got drinks. They got music.
Yep.
Oh, women gonna be there. All right, say less. We're gonna be there if nothing pops off, and they just show up with a tank top, with a beater and some Hennessy, and guess what? Women shaking buttocks. I gotta say it. Like
the hell is this?
And you know what's crazy?
Listening to Juvie.
How you celebrate Juneteenth? I guarantee you're gonna come with American flag colors. That make no sense. That don't make sense at all.
Right.
You out here celebrating Juneteenth.
Right. And you right about that, officer, because when we had we went to that blitz at OKC last year for Juneteenth, you asked the kids, do you know what Juneteenth means? They said no.
The hell
they
is
were
this?
all there turning up, eating, food and dancing and doing all kind of foolishness, but they didn't even know what Juneteenth was about.
They brought that out last time. Our people, they don't educate nobody about no Juneteenth. No. You find out Juneteenth on Juneteenth.
Right. From the Israelites.
If it'd probably be like your 15th Juneteenth. Right. Once you get to it, it'd be like the Israelites come in. You know what Juneteenth mean? Nah. Why you out here then?
Hey, you know what's crazy though? You know why it don't make sense? You're celebrating Juneteenth and they're trying to get rid of critical race theory.
I was just thinking that.
That don't make sense. Like
That's a very good point.
Yeah, what you celebrating Juneteenth for if critical race theory, pushes hate? That's what they say. It makes some little Timmy feel uncomfortable.
Hey,
he comes home, he thinks I'm evil.
So does that mean they're gonna take away Juneteenth too?
You best. Yeah, that's why
if they take away critical race theory, that means Juneteenth is gone. So your 2 years, your 2, 3, 4 years is gonna be done, and you gotta celebrate it in honor of what happened in Juneteenth because they took it away from you.
That's right. That's exactly what's going to happen.
And they're taking away critical race theory. And they're giving you they're substituting Black Panther in there.
Bring it out.
Some fictional Wakanda stuff. Because a lot of these kids, they know about Wakanda and Black Panther, but they don't know about their history. They don't know about Black history.
Right. And guess what? And I'm glad that you sat there and you said something about, fictional characters. Let's pull up the next thing. Let's pull up something that our young youth, they like to play, or some of the games that they like to play, and see if there's racism in that. Happy Juneteenth, by the way, everybody. I just want to keep, letting you know.
The hell is this?
That Juneteenth is great. It's awesome, y'all. Even though you get shot down, it's still good. Go ahead.
Halo developer apologizes for offensive and hurtful Juneteenth game feature.
Come on. Hold on. Read it again. Go back. Read it again.
Halo developer apologizes for offensive and hurtful Juneteenth game feature.
Oh, so now let's read about the game feature that's there. Come on.
The game developer behind the hit franchise Halo apologized for a recent Juneteenth-themed update that included an offensive name. 343 Industries released the themed content on June 14th, several days before the holiday, Windows Central reported. The new nameplate included a design with stripes of black, red, and green on it, with gold and yellow birds flying over the stripes. The color scheme seemed to be a reference to the Pan-African flag, but the nameplate itself was released under the name Bonobo.
Whoa, Bonobo. Come on, read.
A species of great ape.
You got to read that right. Read it again. Read it from the top. The color of the scheme.
The color scheme seems to be a reference to the Pan-African flag, but the nameplate itself was released under the name Bonobo, a species of great ape, for the Win reported.
Damn. So even through, your liberation of Juneteenth, even you being set free in a game that you try to escape reality, you still a nigga.
Hey, this the crazy part, though. This the crazy part. This is how it happened. A guy said, you know what? I know exactly what the Negroes want. Give them red, black, and green with a yellow bird. They went to the supervisor. This is the supervisor. Call it Bonobo. The supervisor said, I'm going to go to my manager. Manager said, yes, the Negroes will like it. They went to Microsoft, the head of Microsoft. Microsoft made Halo. They said, yes, the Negroes will like it. Why? Because they don't understand racism. They all approve that stuff. Who's Bonobo? A great ape? Yes. These monkeys out here, these black people out here, they're going to love this.
Hey, you know what it is? You got to have the utmost confidence within what you about to do in order for you to do it. They're literally saying that black people don't read or don't write, or their education level is not thorough enough for us to even find out what that means. That's an insult to us.
That's why the scripture says that their inward thoughts are deep.
Right.
These people, they lie down on their bed and they think about all these evil concoctions that they come up with, and they were like, these people will never figure out the evil we about to do.
Here's my question. This is how deep they think. How the hell you could sit there upon your bed and you just think about how you could call somebody a nigga virtually. That's my whole thing. Like, people try to escape reality, go play Halo, go shoot some fictional character, but still, you a nigga in a game?
Hey, this is why.
You can't escape it, man. You can't escape it.
Go to Ezekiel. We're going to read Ezekiel 35. Because our people got to figure out that it don't matter. Every single thing that these races, this race of people, and not just them, all of them, every single heathen, nothing is for your benefit. Anything that they allow you to do or give you outside of what your actual heritage is, it's never beneficial to you. Watch this. Read that.
Ezekiel chapter 35 and verse 5. Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred.
God says that this race, Edom, Esau, the Idumeans, white man, God says that their hatred is perpetual. It's forever. It don't matter if they give you Juneteenth, they give you they make it a national holiday. You understand? They give you because around that time I was seeing that they was putting it all on like ice cream boxes.
Yeah, trying to make a profit.
Yeah,
watermelon
trying to make
and chicken versions of
all of it. They trying to make as much money off of it as they possibly can, and you think it's for your benefit. Right. God says that their hatred is perpetual and it's gonna show through everything that they do. Read it again.
because thou hast had a perpetual hatred.
Read.
And hast shed the blood of the children of Israel.
Even on Juneteenth, he'll shed your blood on your day, the so-called your day. Read.
By the force of the sword in the time of their calamity.
Read.
In the time that their iniquity had an end.
Go ahead. See, that's what God says. God says that they hate you is perpetual, and it don't matter if it's on your so-called what holiday? It's a national holiday.
Right.
His hatred is still gonna come forth.
Hey, let me get Deuteronomy 28 verse 37, because a lot of times, right, our people don't understand when God says, "Listen, I'm gonna put a curse on you because you broke my commandments, and you're gonna be hated worldwide." We think it's a joke. Read that.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 37. And thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb and a byword among all nations, whither the Lord shall lead thee.
Among all the nations, meaning whatever they do, whatever you think they're doing for your own benefit, no, it's a proverb. It's a Bible. They don't know you. No matter if you think that you got friends, Edomite friends, Chinese friends, no, you conform to their ways. If they try to conform to your ways, it's okay. What is the Negro like? I know they like red velvet cake, so let's make some Juneteenth red velvet cake. Matter of fact, let's make a big old pick and put it in the middle of the street. I think the Negroes would like that.
Come on,
they don't
now,
like
dog.
that. Okay, let's find out who's the greatest ape in Africa. Bonobo. Okay, bring Bonobo to Halo. Let's give the Negro Bonobo now. Come on, it don't make sense. We became a byword and a proverb.
Byword and a proverb wherever you go, whether it's in real life or virtual. That's the thing that got me. How the hell you still being called a nigga virtually?
Hey, you know what's crazy? Hey, pull up that picture I sent in tech team. The same person that be, you know, they can't say Negro and Halo like that, so they're gonna be screaming Bonobo now. You best believe that. It's already out there. They're gonna say Bonobo. Pull up that last picture. The same person that play Halo work at this store and they put this up. Read that.
Damn.
Juneteenth. It's whatever. We're closed. Enjoy your fried chicken and collard greens.
Damn, Judah, you should be offended as hell, man. You should be offended.
And I guarantee you that business is not going to be shut down.
Ain't no
They're going to
Judah up
go
there to
into
defend
it and
themselves.
buy from that same business.
Man.
Damn, bro.
Hey, obviously you can't do Judah like that. He not here to defend himself.
Nah, we gonna do it to y'all. Hey, if any Judites want to defend themselves, hey, YouTube, Twitter, wherever we at, defend yourselves on the comments while we talk about you. This is, hold on. Levi, Benjamin, Levi. I don't know.
Take it easy.
Asher. So, you know.
But that's the same hatred they got for us, man. They put it out there. Bonobo. I guarantee you there's gonna be Edomites in the games. They already love saying nigger. They love saying that thing because they know they're behind a keyboard. They're gonna be saying Bonobo. Now your child gonna be like, Mom, Papa, what's Bonobo?
They won't know to answer them. That's the whole point.
Right.
The hell is this?
But you know, as some of our people, we don't know what that is. So now let's go to the next article to see if we're really free, because we're gonna touch on this because you know we got to wrap up in a few. All right, go ahead, pull that up.
The 13th Amendment's fatal flaw created modern-day convict slavery.
The hell is this?
So we're not free. So the 13th Amendment. So let's find out what that is. Scroll down.
So if they're not free, what y'all celebrating?
We're celebrating life. Officer, we're celebrating life.
Right.
Yeah.
Good,
not word. I'm saying word like I'm a part of it. I'm not. So pull it back up. My bad. Go ahead.
The 13th Amendment is having a moment of reckoning. Considered one of the crowning achievements of American democracy, the Civil War era constitutional amendment set free an estimated 4 million enslaved people and seemed to demonstrate American claims to equality and freedom. But the amendment did not apply to those convicted of a crime.
Stop. So that means if you commit a crime, technically, just being technical, you're still a slave?
Yeah, that's another way of saying, you know what, we could buy the Negro for free now.
Freedom!
That's it.
You better shut your white
Why you
mouth.
gotta cut so deep? Like,
Hey, but he's speaking the truth because That's why you have mass incarceration rates of our people.
Bring it out.
So
They want to put them back in slavery. So let's lock them up.
So just so I could get this clear, officers, just trying to understand. So right after the Emancipation Proclamation, we had something called, what was it? Was it Black Codes?
Yeah, Black Codes.
Then
Black
after
Codes.
the Black Codes, we had something called
Jim Crow.
Jim Crow. Then after Jim Crow, we had the Civil Rights era. Then after that, we were set free, and after that, we're not slaves anymore.
No.
But
still slaves.
Unless,
But still
keyword,
slaves.
unless you get locked up.
No, you a slave. You're not a slave, but you a slave.
How does that make sense? Damn, hey, you know, black people just want something to celebrate. They just want some type of, I don't know what it is, some type of empowerment. You're free, but you're not free. All I just heard was the part that you're free.
The hell is this?
Pull it up. Come on.
Can I get a can it please?
Come on, man. Come on, let's go. Let's get it.
Baruch, you already know what I want. Let's see if you got it.
I was already there. I was already there.
See. I'm
He
talking
doesn't
about
have
that
it.
guy.
He
You
doesn't
know what
have
I want.
it. He
Let's see
doesn't
what
have it.
He know what I want. Come on, man. Read.
The book of Baruch, chapter 3 and verse 8.
Bring it out.
Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity.
No, Juneteenth.
We are yet this day in our captivity, where thou hast scattered us for a reproach and a curse, and to be subject to payment.
So if you got bills, God said you still in slavery. If you got what do you call it? Felonies. If you got felonies,
If you're a felon,
if you
got an F on your record,
if you incarcerated, bro, you a slave.
if you watch the first 48,
Come on, man.
I'm gonna leave you alone.
Kunta
I'm gonna leave you alone.
Let me tell you, they are evil with their thoughts. Let me get real quick Psalms 94, verse 20 and 21.
Bring it
because
out, man.
What they're doing, they're using their laws to an advantage. So the 13th Amendment, they're using that to put us back into slavery.
Right.
Let's read that.
Psalms chapter 94 and verse 20.
Bring it out.
Shall the throne of iniquity have fellowship with thee, which frameth mischief by a law?
Frameth mischief by a law. That law, that Amendment 13, it says, okay, you don't have yokes of iron upon your neck unless you are locked in prison. That's why a lot of times when you see them, you see a lot of prison guards, they got shackles on them. They're out there with the orange.
They in the field, bro.
In the field, like slaves.
Working for pennies on a dollar.
Right.
Snapping license plates.
You know Walmart could rent them, like I'm
No,
just
yeah,
like a tool, like how we going to
Yeah.
Home Depot to go get tools, and you want to rent this for how many hours? Is that the third? Walmart is doing that with our bodies.
I don't know if they raise, what is it, like $1, $2 an hour?
Go to
Not even.
Nehemiah.
It's cents. They get cents. Cents. Read verse 21.
Verse 21. They gather themselves together against the soul of the righteous.
We are the righteous. We are the Israelites. Okay, read.
And condemn the innocent blood.
So a lot of our people do get locked up for petty crime because they're evil, and then some there's been some innocent people that have been locked up. Why? Because they want to put them back into slavery through that 13th Amendment.
Watch. Pull out the article. Go back to the article. Read it.
And one group of people are disproportionately, though not solely criminalized, descendants of formerly enslaved people. Neither slavery nor involuntary servitude, the amendment reads, except as a punishment for crime whereof the party shall have been duly convicted, shall exist within the United States, or any place subject to their jurisdiction. In other words, slavery still exists in America, but the only people whose labor can be enslaved are those convicted of a crime. Right.
That right there. That's the law that they made sure to put in place to keep our people enslaved. Why you think we're the most incarcerated ones? Right. Why you think we're the most that always for any petty crime? Lock him up. Don't let him see the freedom ever.
Give him double.
And
hey, the white person, he out here, he's selling coke. The black person, he sells crack. Give him more than double of what the white person gets.
The hell is this,
bro? These nations sell drugs legally because they say they have the license to, and then incarcerate our brothers and sisters that's in the midst of wickedness, you know, because they put them in a systemic lifestyle where they think that's the only way to, you know, try to get up out of it. And then take away their life for doing it. The same thing that they're doing.
So what you're trying to tell me is that their bodies is not theirs
at all.
Go to this Nehemiah chapter 9 and verse 37. Thank you for the alley-oop, sir.
Nehemiah chapter
for the lamb back.
Yeah,
lamb back.
Lamb.
Nehemiah chapter 9 and verse 37.
Bring it out.
And it yieldeth much increase unto the kings
The
whom thou
kings
hast,
are the people that's ruling over us. America, corporations. Read.
whom thou hast set over us because of our sins.
Now we know why the other nations are over us and why we can't catch a damn break even in Juneteenth where we got freed. Read.
Also, they have dominion over our bodies.
Over our what?
Over our bodies.
So even our lives is not even our lives. Our lives is supposed to be, our bodies is supposed to be for God, but it's out there for the enemy to do whatever they want to us as long as they erect the 13th Amendment. Read.
Right. And over our cattle at their pleasure, and we are in great distress.
Catching much hell. Go ahead.
That's what the scriptures say in Jeremiah 50:33. It says,
Read
it.
Pull it.
Pull it real quick.
Jeremiah chapter 50 and verse 33.
Bring it out.
Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah
Northern kingdom and southern kingdom
were oppressed together. And all that took them captives held them fast. They refused to let them go.
You see the part that says they refused to let them go? The moment that they said, let's end slavery, they came out with a whole bunch of laws saying, no, we still got to have them enslaved.
The hell is this?
That's why people are trying to talk about some Juneteenth. Man, hey, pull up that picture, man. Pull up that picture I posted that Bishop Nathaniel posted earlier. You see this picture right there? Read that.
Juneteenth. Hate crime bill.
Juneteenth. You know what that is? That's a bone. Give him a bone and pat him in the head.
Damn.
Read.
Social injustice.
No, start over.
Juneteenth. Hate crime bill.
Not crossed out.
Social injustice.
Not crossed out.
Poverty.
Still there.
Reparations.
Not happening.
Systematic inequality.
Still gonna keep going. Juneteenth, crossed out. That's what they need. The national holiday. Here's a bone, Negro. Pat down on your head. Here you go. You should be good now. You should be good for a few years. We're going to shoot a couple of Negroes next year, probably December 25th. I don't know.
We're going to shoot them on Juneteenth.
Yeah, we're going to shoot a couple of Negroes later. But, you know, we already know how y'all is. Y'all just going to march in the street, talking about something y'all shall overcome, and then y'all going to die down again. And then we're going to give y'all some watermelon and fried chicken, and you're going to be good.
Yeah.
That's it. That's how they always treat us, man.
The
they
hell
say,
is this?
Here it is. You good. Don't worry about nothing anymore. Here's the ice cream Juneteenth. Oh, you don't want the ice cream? No, don't worry. Bonobo got you, though. What I tell you, man?
Come on now, dog.
It made no sense.
Come on, man.
Damn. So really, us celebrating Juneteenth, it really means nothing. It really means nothing. So we just doing this in vain. That's crazy.
Yep.
Hey, man. All right, man. That's been our show for this week. We'll, Lord's will, life lasts. We'll be with more.
We'll be back. We'll be back.
We'll be back on
same
Four
time
Corner
Eastern
News.
Standard. You already know.
Where truth
8:30
speaks.
All right.
Good.
So here we go. Let me get it. Make sure that y'all brothers and sisters join the Booster Club. All right. Join the Booster Club. Email us at iuic.fundraising@israelunite.org. All right. We got our bishops, we got our captains, we got our deacons. They traveling, man. They spreading this gospel. So make sure you have a chance to assist. Make sure you donate. All right. Also, make sure you check out originalroyalty.com where you can get all your gear, all your fly Israelite gear. You can get all that righteous music as well. So that way you can begin to separate yourselves from this evil communication that's in this world, right? So make sure you check those things out. Officer?
All right, brothers. With that, we say
Shalom.
Four Corner